Hi guys, Caroline here. Today is the 5th of June 2020 and I am back doing some trading on the horse races now that that's come back in the UK. I did a little bit of experimenting with Australian and American, but didn't get very far with that. Now, one thing I've been fiddling with today is the layout of my BetAngel screen. So I thought I would show how I've got it set up now, because it's really a little bit different to how I had it before. Um, so I don't know whether or not you've seen it in my previous videos. They would have been on my other channel, my trading channel, which I've now kind of abandoned because I'm continuing just on this one. Now I'm going to assume you already know a little bit about BetAngel. I'm not going to try and do a tutorial or anything, or anything like that. I'm just going to show basically what I do. So I like to have a look at the top 3 horses mainly, which is what these 3 sections here are. I prefer to use what is called the ladder interface, which shows the prices in a vertical column. This is opposed to the one click, which shows it more how it appears on the Betfair interface on their website. So I, generally speaking, work in the ladder 99% of the time. So each one of these ladders represents one horse in the race. Now, whenever I come onto a new race, I click this little 1, 2, 3 button up here, which sorts those 3 ladders so that the 3 lowest price horses appear there, and that's generally what I trade. I'm usually looking to trade the lowest price horses. Now, something that is new, which I only discovered yesterday, is this thing here, this market overview screen. That is accessed by this
start in 5 minutes.
little button up here. And what this shows is the current price of any horses you have selected. Now, if I drag this down a little, you've actually got the whole field here. You can have whichever horses you like. Now, I've got the first 4 selected. The reason I have that is I just want to see how the prices of the horses are affecting each other. Now, I'm still basically losing at trading. I still haven't mastered trading by any means, and so that's why I'm not putting out trading videos on the channel, because I don't want to teach people how to suck at it. But as I'm learning, I'm trying to figure out how it all works. And one thing that I'm learning is, generally speaking, not always, but usually when something happens, it's because of another horse. So for example, we've just seen this horse here have a major spike. Now, I was quite surprised to see that there wasn't another one that's come down. It might be one of the other horses that I haven't got selected. There might be another one that's come down in price that I'm not showing here. But you can quite often see if there's another horse. I mean, actually look at these two. These two have started to come down as this one comes up. Quite often you'll see that the market movement on one horse is then kind of inverted, reflected somewhere else. If you see here that this horse is going up, if you've got 2 horses which are priced similarly, for example, you might find that they kind of bounce off each other. One of them goes up, the other one goes down. So it can be useful to see an overview. And by having this screen, you see how the prices of the horses compare to each other. You see these little charts that I have at the bottom of the ladders, they show me the price movement of that horse, but this one shows how it compares to the others. So I can see here that this favourite is still a fair bit away from the second favourite, which in turn is a fair bit from these 2, and these 2 are fairly close together. So I'm really liking this new, I say new, this chart here. It's new to me. I don't know if it's always been there or not. Now, my unmatched bets here, I don't have anything on this race at the moment because I'm just doing the video. Usually I have that at the bottom, but I've decided to unpin it and put it up here because I wanted some more charting area. So what I had before is I had these 2 charts, the history of the price movement and the volume of money that's currently been traded. I had that in a big area over on the right, but it was only for the currently selected ladder. So I'd usually have it on the first horse, but then I might see something on the second horse, and then I'd have to flick the ladder. And I found this annoying. What I want to see, I want to be able to see in particular the volume of money traded on all 3 horses. I've started to find now that as I'm trading, I'm not always trading the first horse. Sometimes I'll see something, I'll see an opportunity on the second or even the third horses. There's been a few races that I've done. I've actually managed to trade, 2 or 3 horses at once and actually made a profit on them. Usually I make a loss on them all, but sometimes I make a profit. But I need to see what's happening with the liquidity here. So, for example, on the second horse I can see a spike here of 2000, and then there's not a lot happening, whereas on this first horse you can see you've got a lot of liquidity coming in constantly. Now I have this volume of money here at the bottom of the ladder, which shows me the total matched, but I like to see it in a real time. So that is what I've done. I've changed my screen so that I've got more information about each particular horse, and I've got an overview of the top of the
This event will start in
field,
60
the
seconds.
first 4
60
horses
seconds.
there. I've got 3 here and 4 here. I could have just the 3, I suppose, but I like to see again if there's something else happening, that I'm not looking at. But I usually find that the first 4 is where the action is. I could put a 5th one in here. Actually, I'll just show you how I do that. So I could just collect on that one, but the more you have selected, the more the prices. I've got this auto zoom, so it sets up kind of the display height according to the odds of all those horses. So the fewer you have, the more of a sort of a zoomed out thing. So if I do 3 horses and see there, I quite like 4. That's what I've settled on. So if you want to see my chart settings, let me show you the actual settings. I'm going to have to bring those in from another screen here. So my ladder settings, the chart I have at the bottom here, I've created one called zoomed out candle and volume. So let me show you that. Oh, I have to drag that over. So that is what this is. So the top half, that's this part here. Now I'm going to have to pin that. Can I pin that? Don't know. But the top half is the price and the second half is the volume. I have it at an interval of 2 seconds. I believe the default is 5. Again, I want to see that money coming in quite quickly as it's happening. The width here in data points, that shows over how much time is shown. So if I have that high, I had that at 250 before, which shows me quite a long history, but I found I don't need to see that much, but I like to see an idea. I might bring this in a little bit more actually. If I put that down to say 100 data points, try and find it again to click save, you'll see that this displays a little bit less now. So I might actually leave it at that on 100 data points. The second one here is the volume. So this is the columns I have at the bottom. So I have volume, display style column, color green. The chart height ratio, you have kind of 5 blocks as it were. So I have the price on 2 and the volume on 3. So I just like to see the volume higher up than the price. Generally speaking, as far as the price history goes, I tend to use this little bit on the left of each individual ladder here more than I use this one. Now, where is that set up? I believe that is in my ladder settings. Trying to work your way around the settings in BetAngel. Oh, it's a powerful piece of kit, but God, it's not exactly the most user friendly. So here, ladder settings editor. Now, where is... I think it's under columns. No. Display order. So this is it. Yeah, last traded price chart. That, I believe, is what this is. And then these are all the various columns. So those are the columns that I have in each individual ladder. So I hope you found that useful. This is just how I personally have it set up, and it's something that I've changed over the last few months as I've been playing around with it. I'm hoping that being able to see more information on the screen in this way is going to help me trade better, basically. So as I said earlier, I'm still not doing very well with trading. As you can see here, I'm in practice mode still. If I lose money, I'm not going to trade with real money until I can sort of consistently make a profit. I'll just leave it in practice mode. So yeah, that's it for this video. I doubt there'll be any more trading videos anytime soon, unless I actually start turning a profit, in which case I'll start putting them out there. But let me know how you're going with your trading if you're doing it. And I hope you found this useful. Thank you very much for watching.